When Typhoon Haiyan struck the Philippines, it was considered the worst disaster to ever hit the island nation. Several groups in the United States have been setting up fundraising and relief efforts, which ranged from packing relief goods, concerts, and eat and shop for a cause. Events that have attracted many of the estimated 100,000 Filipinos and Filipino Americans in New York.
Um, in our little district, within all of the schools around the New York metropolitan area, a lot of people have been inviting us, telling us about their fundraising events for the typhoon relief.
Jennifer De Castro is a Filipino American student in Queens.
But yeah, it's pretty overwhelming sometimes with a lot of all of the events coming at the same time.
The myriad of projects could tire out donors according to the Filipino American Unity for Progress.
People go straight to fundraising, holding up events, and it's just been happening all the time. But now we're seeing how people are trying to do their own thing, trying to put their name on it and say, okay, we did our fundraising event, we did our part. But what Unipro is really trying to encourage is collaboration, trying to see what organizations are already doing a happy hour, so we don't have 5 happy hours in one night. Because what's been happening since maybe 3 days after the typhoon is, there's been donor fatigue.
The group has set up a calendar of fundraisers. It asked other groups to try and pace their events so people are not so overwhelmed. Ocampo said if there are too many, willing donors spread both their time and money too thin. The events, though, still need to continue as the rebuilding efforts are getting underway. For Filipinos, these events are important.
They have relatives there. There's always a connection. Even if you don't have relatives anymore, it's still part of you.
These events are starting to shift from in-kind donations of food to money for construction materials, for the rebuilding effort estimated to take years. There is no consolidated data yet on how much money has been raised, but some charities reported receiving over $10 million in cash. For Filipinos so far from home, this is one way they can help the land they love. Emilia David, Queens.